For many games, community-created content like mods is their lifeblood. And some games literally would not exist if the community hadn't taken it upon themselves to make them. Games like Halo Online, which Microsoft have just effectively cancelled.
First up in this week's Sunday News Roundup, a fan-made mod for the cancelled Halo Online has caused some tension between Microsoft and the Halo community. ElDewrito is a community-developed mod for the cancelled Halo Online, which was originally set to be a free-to-play recreation of Halo 3's multiplayer, developed exclusively for the Russian PC market. Well, last week the developers of ElDewrito released the 0.6 version of the mod, and people jumped at the chance to play some Halo on the PC. And it is a rare treat for PC gamers who've only ever had Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 officially launched on their platform. Reactions to the mod were very positive, and it received widespread recognition and coverage online, being featured in numerous articles, Twitch streams, and YouTube videos. But sadly, it wasn't to last. Microsoft have now begun the process of taking down assets linked to ElDewrito in order to protect their IP.
Halo developer 343 Industries revealed in a blog post that Microsoft had, quote, initiated actions to protect its Halo intellectual property in the wake of the recent ElDewrito PC release. 343 say ElDewrito was built upon the Halo Online code, which was never officially made available for public use and therefore did not fall under Microsoft's content usage guidelines. Quote, while we are humbled and inspired to see the amount of passion poured into this project, the fact remains that it's built upon Microsoft-owned assets that were never lawfully released or authorized for this purpose. As this project reverberated across the community, our team took a step back to assess the materials and explore possible avenues, while Microsoft, like any company, has a responsibility to protect its IP, code, and trademarks. It's not optional, in other words.
The ElDewrito team says the mod itself will stay up, but the assets needed to play it will be removed by Microsoft. The mod's development has also been halted until more info comes out. Quotes, we must honour this request, the ElDewrito team said. During this time, please do not make threats or harass 343 Industries. 343 has suggested that some sort of official classic Halo experience could make its way to PC. Quotes, while we have nothing to announce today, please know that the PC community is very important to us and top of our minds as we work towards the future, the company said. Now, this is actually a really big story if you ask me, and that there is just the origins of it. That's what we've just told you in the voiceover. That is just how it all started. It could well have moved on by the time this video comes out, and it's the kind of story that will keep evolving, and it already has, because Microsoft has now been taking down Twitch streams and content online showing the game in action. So they're really going all out on this with the DMCAs and stuff. And it's kind of a PR nightmare for 343 Industries because they're trying to manage all this, and they've been hitting the forums and stuff and trying to communicate that they're not happy either. No one is happy about any of this that's happening. By law, Microsoft's hand are kind of forced to do this because if they don't protect their IP, then it opens up all kinds of can of worms for them, for other people to use it and that sort of thing. That's what their side of the story is. That's what their argument is. The fans obviously are not happy. I think that if there's any kind of consolation to be taken out of this is the fact that Microsoft are paying attention to the huge demand for Halo on PC. This was played by 8,000 people at one point, possibly more. It's the kind of thing that just shows that there is a huge thirst for Halo on PC. And Phil Spencer has acknowledged that in Twitter. So is the 343 Industries themselves in the quote that we read out there. Hopefully this means we'll get some kind of Halo on PC and then everyone's happy. Microsoft gets a bit of money, the gamers get to play Halo, right? That's win-win. Why hasn't that already happened?
The fact that the team have had to say, please do not make threats or harass 343 Industries means that maybe that's what some of the community are doing. Just don't do that. That's just not nice, is it? I mean, everyone's just doing the job. I mean, everyone's got a job to do at the end of the day. There's no need to be a bitch. Elsewhere in the news, H1Z1, that battle royale game that isn't PUBG or Fortnite, is releasing free-to-play on the PS4. The game will arrive on Sony's console next month and can be downloaded and played free of charge. The open beta starts on May the 22nd. The game will apparently have a bigger focus on action with more vehicles, weapons and faster matches. 6 new guns are being thrown into the mix as well. Rounds last just 15 minutes or less with gas moving at a faster rate. And the UI has also been revamped.
This is basically Sony's only option for games on its platform that want a battle royale experience that isn't Fortnite, because PUBG is on kind of Microsoft have fully got control of PUBG over there on the Xbox. So PlayStation on that side, they need something. This is I guess a smart move in that sense. It's questionable to see how popular it's actually going to be because Fortnite is so huge, it's so massive. PUBG is so dominant as well. All the best to the developers, and I guess I hope it works out.
Yeah, good luck to them. Another battle royale game coming to
an earlier one as well.
A shooter coming to a console. I'll be honest, I could not give less of a
And in a report by digitimes.com, as spotted by PC Games N, PC gamers might actually see some affordable graphics cards hitting the market sometime soon. Gamers have been a strange casualty of the cryptocurrency gold rush in recent times, as miners bought up stacks of PC graphics cards to mine cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. As demand soared, so did the prices, and PC gamers have been facing ridiculous prices and stock shortages for GPUs. And you can't do a PC gaming without a GPU. Well, Digitimes reports that Taiwanese manufacturers Gigabyte, MSI, and TUL are all waiting to see shipments in April drop by 40% month on month. The firms say that their big clients, such as distributors and mining farms, have suspended or cut their orders of graphics cards. PC Games N says it all comes down to a general slowdown in the cryptocurrency market overall and a growing trend of companies holding back on graphics card purchases because of the Bitmain ASIC hardware that's specifically designed for the job, replacing traditional GPUs. The upshot, according to Digitimes, is that it should mean there will be warehouses full of brand new, freshly minted graphics cards, just with no one to buy them. Digitimes are suggesting that both the card manufacturers and channel distributors will be, quotes, forced to slash prices for sales promotions to deal with their halving margins. This is actually really exciting news, I think, for PC gamers who have really been just thirsty. There's been a real drought. You can't upgrade your graphics card without paying out the arse at the moment, and this is a light at the end of the tunnel for sure. And not only is it light at the end of the tunnel that things will get back to how they were, it might actually be a little bit better because now there are massive quantities of graphics cards and these companies have made them and need to make money and no one is buying them. So they might actually be, that's the prediction here from Digitimes, is that they actually will be significantly reduced as well because they need to get these things out there onto the market and people buying them up. So there could be reduced price graphics cards as well. So finally, some good news.
And last up in the news is Nintendo, who've got a new president. Tatsumi Kimishima is stepping aside after just 2 years in the job at 68 years old and is replaced by the 46-year-old Pokemon Company board member Shuntaro Furukawa. After 128 years in business, yes, the company is that old, Furukawa is only the 6th president of Nintendo in the wake of 3 generations of the founding Yamauchi family, and more recently Satoru Iwata, who passed away in 2015. Nintendo of Europe boss Satoru Shibata is also leaving his post as part of the reshuffle.
Kimishima may only have held the job after 2 years, but what a 2 years they were. He oversaw the successful launch of the Switch off the back of the disappointing Wii U and brought Nintendo's IP to mobile platforms for the first time. The Switch has now sold 17.79 million units in the year since its release up to March 31st, 2018. Software sales on the platform, meanwhile, are almost at 69 million units. Zelda Breath of the Wild has now become the best-selling Zelda game ever, with 8.48 million units on the Switch and 10 million total, including sales on the Wii U. Bit of a reshuffle at the top of Nintendo there, and just some successful sales news for the Nintendo Switch. It keeps going higher. We only just recently quoted some numbers that it was 15 million, 14 million, because that was the latest set of numbers that we had. Now it's gone up to 17.79 million, so it's still flying off the shelves. And that success has come under the stewardship of Kimishima, who's leaving after just 2 years, but he's made a big impact. It's been a big turning point for the company, and it'd be interesting to see how this guy gets on, because he's quite a bit younger, and the company does like to hang on to its presidents for a long time, so he could be around for a long time.
So there you have it, your Sunday news roundup. What caught your eye in the news this week? Let us know down in the comments below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new around here, check out another one of the videos on your screen there. Support the channel by clicking the link to Patreon right there. We will see you again in the next video. Until then, bye for now.